Well, hello there, Aquarius. It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your October General Tarot reading. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. Okay, so let's see what we have for you. Groundhog Spirit, time to let go. All right, and higher power. Yeah, I feel like this is whatever this is that you're letting go of. It could be a relationship, it could be a situation, it could be a job. But it could also be, it's almost as if you are holding on to hope or kind of a longing, okay, for something that has already expired. Like you already know this person, this situation, this belief, okay, is just holding you back from something that is even better. But it's kind of like you're holding out. It's almost like false hope. But Aquarius, I'm going to say the interesting thing about this energy is that it's false hope. It's almost as if you're holding on to the hope of something staying in your life. It's almost as if you hold on to this, then you don't have to step forward, right? It's kind of like you want to step forward, but at the same time, you're almost fearful of what life may look like when this is no longer in your life. So it's almost a sense of, well, I think I'll just keep hoping that this person returns or this situation returns or that something isn't true, right? Because once you figure out that whatever this situation is, it's almost as if then you have to face the reality of making a change in your life, of having to make a decision about how to move forward. It's almost a sense of like Pandora's box, like you don't really want to know the truth in a situation, because once you know the truth in a situation, then you're going to have to make a decision about how to proceed. Yeah, I mean, you have lovely energy here. You're kind of stuck. You do. You really do want to move forward. You're kind of stuck. So let's figure this out. It's, yeah. Oh my goodness. You have lovely energy here. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, you have the Nine of Swords and true love. Now, true love is really stepping into this energy of looking at yourself and valuing yourself for all of the gifts, the talents, the love, the compassion, everything about yourself. It's not about just looking in the mirror and liking the way you look. It's liking everything about you. And there's almost this anxiety. It's almost like you're covering up the mirror because you don't want to see the true light within you. Because when you do, it's almost as if you realize, I'm going to have to do something about that, So it's, I really feel like for a lot of you, this is opening yourself up to a spiritual gift, a talent, a healing ability. I think for a lot of you, you kind of know that you have this gift or this talent. It could be in tarot or healing or, mediumship or clairvoyance or something like that. And it's kind of like, okay, I don't really want to go there yet. You do. And yet it's kind of like, you're a little bit kind of like, that this is putting you onto a whole new path. And it's kind of like, yeah, you have the healing light underneath there. I really and truly do feel as if some of you have, and then you have the Death card, just recognizing, okay, this means that my life, the way I know it, is going to change. really interesting because you do want it. And so your present energy is the new beginnings and the Nine of Cups. You know what it is that you truly want for yourself. You know that you're about to step onto this new path. And yet, in order to do that, it's kind of like you have to recognize something about yourself. Wow. I think it's, yeah, you're holding back. You're just so holding back. It's going to change your whole life. It's going to change what you work on. It's stepping into your truth. For a very long time, you have recognized this. And yet, at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. Right? So with the Four of Pentacles, just holding on to maybe this secret, you know, that you know about yourself. But needing to step into your truth, taking action on your truth. It puts you on a whole new path. It's recognizing this, you know, this special gift, this talent. And even if it's not spiritually aligned, it's kind of like stepping into your purpose, the why that you want to do something, truly stepping into that. For a long time, you could have been focusing on material things or bringing in abundance, right, in the material world. And now it's kind of like, okay, there's fulfillment, because the Nine of Cups is all about finding fulfillment in your work, finding fulfillment in your life. It's, I want to step into this energy of finding fulfillment in the work that I do instead of just focusing on the material world. But it's almost as if to step into that reality, you have to look yourself in the mirror and almost like recognize, okay, that in the past you have thought of yourself or you have thought of life in one way, and now you're stepping into a new way. I do feel like for some of you it means that you are having to leave some people or situations behind in order to go onto this new path. You know that this new path is where you really want to go, but it's kind of like, well, wait a minute, I just want to hold on a little bit longer. It's a little bit like in a movie, you know, they're showing me like somebody's going on a voyage, kind of like on a big steamliner, you know, and you know that the boat's going to pull away, but you're like clinging to somebody that you know is going to stay at the dock, stay on the land, and you're about to get on the steamliner, right? You know that there's something that you have to leave behind. Whether it's a person or a situation or a relationship, it's kind of like, I have to leave that person on the land. I have to get on this boat. But it's almost like you're clinging, almost not desperately, but it's almost like I want to spend as much time as I possibly can in this situation, because I know once I get on that boat and the boat pulls away, this is over. You know, I won't see this person or this situation, maybe forever, right? Or maybe for a very long time. So let's take a look at your obstacle. Yeah. You have abundance, you have joy, you have fulfillment. The sun is everything that you could possibly want, but you're kind of stuck. You're kind of like, I don't know if I'm ready yet. I don't know. You know, you could have sleepless nights about this. Really holding on to, you know, there's almost a sense of holding on to something right now that you think is your Ten of Cups. Something that it's almost as if you're trying to hold on to something almost transforming so that it can come with you. Really interesting. You could be waiting on somebody else's decision, you know, about whether or not they want to go on this journey with you. You know, you could be thinking about moving to a new city and you're trying to talk your best friend into going with you. You're kind of waiting on their decision before you decide to go ahead and go by yourself, you know, but you're stuck. You're stuck because of somebody else. You're not stuck really necessarily by yourself, because of yourself. It's almost this energy of hoping. Yeah, you're hoping that somebody that kind of has left you feeling unworthy or abandoned or rejected. I think you're hoping that they come around and that they want to kind of come do this with you. You could have mentioned this to this person. This person was like, no, I don't want any part of moving to Timbuktu. You know, nope, don't want to do it. And you may have been trying to talk them into it, you know, trying to have them see, you know, what this is. If it's a business partner or somebody like that, you could be trying to open up a new pathway in your business or in your career. And this other person is like, no, you know, that's not what I want to do. And it's kind of like, okay, I know I have to end this situation in order for me to have what it is that I want, the Empress energy, right? I mean, the Empress is beautiful energy. Creating businesses, creating new families, creating new things in your life. But you have to move on from something. And it's a difficult ending, you know. It is a very difficult ending that you're trying to move away from, right? In order to get into this. But for some reason, why are you holding yourself back? You know, part of it is, I kind of wonder, Aquarius, if part of it is just having to face the reality that if you go in this new direction, right? I really get a sense that you are ascending to a higher level spiritually. And it's almost as if you have to have this reckoning with yourself, kind of come into this energy of healing. You could be going through a dark night of the soul, kind of like reviewing the person that you used to be, right? Because we have victim mentality here. Almost feeling as if, oh, okay, so feeling as if somebody is preventing you from your happiness. Oh, I get it. So, I feel like you think somebody else is preventing you from your own happiness, but it's kind of coming into the reality. No, the only person that's preventing me from my own happiness is me. And that is really difficult. I mean, we all face that at some point, sometimes several times on our journey, that the only thing that's preventing us from our own happiness is our sense of not wanting to look at ourselves, you know, clearly, truthfully. And perhaps, you know, sitting in an energy of blaming others for the situation that we're in, or not being able to move on. So it could be you feel like somebody's preventing you from your true happiness. But I feel, you know, you're truly coming into the energy of, okay, I got to get out of that box of victim mentality, right? I deserve to have the happiness that I want. So whether this person wants to come along with me or not, whether this person sees me for the person that is deserving of this happiness or not, it doesn't matter. Because if you allow them to keep holding you back or keep hoping that they're going to change your mind, you're going to be stuck in this cycle of just waiting forever. So it's an energy of, okay, I can't wait anymore. I have to move forward. I have to get myself out of this cage. You know, the other thing is that once we realize that it's not somebody else that is holding us back, it is ourselves. It is this moment where it's like, oh my gosh, now I have to really do the work, right? Because it's kind of refreshing, it's freeing, and yet at the same time, you realize, okay, the only one that can do this work is me. And sometimes that can feel a little bit overwhelming. So let's see. Yeah, I mean, lovely energy. You're going to be so successful in this endeavor. Yeah, you're kind of holding on a little bit, holding on to having somebody, once again, holding on to having somebody else come around. This person is not going to come around. If you're waiting for that, right? You're waiting for things to balance out, for this person to come around. But now I feel like you're stepping into your energy and you're understanding, okay, I have to move forward. I have to go the way that my heart is directing me. My intuition is guiding me. And if this person wants to join in, maybe you're still open to that. But at the same time, you realize, I can't wait anymore. I have to go for this. You know, it's almost as if you understand with the Wheel of Fortune that there is a portal that is opening for you, but the opportunity may not be there for a very long time. So it's like, I've got to take action now if I want to be part of something that can benefit me in the long run. And if this person wants to join me, great. It shifts your mentality, right? From I've got to wait on their decision to, okay, I deserve what it is that I truly want in my life, and I'm going to take action on that. Really interesting. You are perfectly imperfect. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like you're waiting until the perfect moment. Okay, the perfect people are coming with you, the perfect job offer, the perfect house, the perfect everything, right? If you're trying to launch a business, you're kind of like, well, I got to wait until everything's perfect. And the energy here is that you are good enough. You are deserving of this. If you wait around for perfection, okay, you're going to be stuck forever. And I think that's what you're coming into, is understanding that by trying to wait for somebody or to have this perfect scenario, okay, all in a line for yourself, then you're missing opportunities left and right. So it's kind of like, whoa, if I want to get into the game, I've got to take action. I can't sit here and wait any longer, because I think you have passed up some options, whether you've known it or not. I think intuitively you're starting to understand, I'm allowing options to pass me by because I'm not willing to just get in the game and start, you know. I remember when I started this channel, you know, somebody said to me, you know, I was like, well, I don't know. Do I have the right camera? Do I have, you know, it was all me up in my head, wanting everything to be perfect, right? And then somebody said, you know, like, nobody's going to watch your first videos anyway. Right? I mean, except your best friends, maybe, right? It's kind of like, just put them out there and consider it practice. Well, I think that is kind of the energy here. It's kind of like, if you wait for everything to be perfect, you're never going to launch whatever it is that you're trying to launch. It's kind of like, okay, just put yourself out there. You know, if you're looking for new love, is kind of like, don't, you know, everything doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to have the perfect clothes or the perfect way or the perfect hair or the perfect person, right? It's like, just get out there and put yourself out there. If it's a business, same thing, you know. I mean, you want to have things in place. I agree with that. But at the same time, if you wait for perfection, it will never happen. It just never will. So it's a really lovely message for you, Aquarius. Whatever it is, just go for it. It's going to work out. You have the Six of Wands, right? I mean, you are going to have success in this. You have the Wheel of Fortune. The blessings are coming your way. So don't be fearful. Jump into it. Go ahead and go. Well, Aquarius, I'm going to leave it there. I do personal readings. If you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd be so honored to do a reading for you. And I hope to see you again really soon. Much love and light to you. Bye for now.